Lights, cameras, tits. What's the question again, sorry?
Everyone dreams of their perfect job.
Yes, chef. I really want to be the best top 8 chef you've ever worked with in your whole damn life.
But for some, getting any job at all can seem impossible.
I feel like someone's just kicked me smooth in the nuts.
There are some people that think that I can't have a job, but they can go themselves.
Chef Michel Roux Jr. has spent years working with organisations helping disadvantaged young people get into work.
I'm very sorry, I'm really sorry.
He is determined to prove that no one is unemployable.
Too often people can be written off. In my experience, everyone has potential. It's just a question of giving them that chance to prove it.
One duck, please, sir. Chef.
He's hoping his extraordinary new class of trainees
How big's your dick?
will make the grade
That's it.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
on a course to help them get a job in the real world.
This is your moment.
Can I lick your face? Sorry.
So far, they've spent a week learning the basics
I think your pan's starting to burn.
Oh, shit.
Sugar, yes.
and getting used to living together. They have just 3 more weeks
You have got to rise to the occasion. This is for real.
to prove that when the odds are against them, they do have what it takes to land their perfect job.
I'm absolutely bloody chuffed.
What have we got here, Quentin?
Over the last 40 years, renowned chef Michel Roux Jr. has mentored hundreds of disadvantaged young people, desperate to find work in one of the country's toughest professions.
Perfect, well done. I've been in this industry long enough. I feel I have a responsibility, and I am passionate about getting young people to work in my profession.
Fuck off. Sorry.
People with disabilities are 4 times more likely to be out of work than the rest of the population.
Butt scratcher.
Michel's current trainees present his biggest challenge to date.
Friends and colleagues know I'm doing this, and if we succeed and prove that people with disabilities are employable, then they will have to change their attitude and open up their doors.
Today, the 8 recruits are returning to their South London catering college for the second stage of training.
All right, have a good time, Jack.
Thank you.
And try hard, OK?
I always
All
do,
right, OK.
thank you. I would like to have a nice house, a nice rich wife. Maybe go on holidays, treat myself, go to a hotel one night.
The trainees have all joined Michel's course, as until now they've struggled to find full-time jobs.
Work's important for me because it gives you that opportunity to shine like a diamond, bitch. So it gives you the opportunity to shine. Shining diamond in the sky.
Hi. How are you?
Having learnt the basics,
Good to see you.
now for the first time, Michel's trainees are going to run a service for 30 paying customers in a real restaurant.
This is for real. People are coming here, they have a choice. They can go outside and to any other restaurant. They don't want to be disappointed. But you're well?
Yeah, we're fine.
Yeah?
Cock.
Michel is waiting for one final trainee.
On the festival.
Dun, dun, dun.
Easier.
You know where we are.
But Dan, who is blind, has returned to training with an injury.
What's he done? Oh, it's oh, dearie me. Dan, what have you done?
I got a break down in my little knuckle.
That means you're kind of out of action.
24-year-old Dan lost his sight just 4 months ago. Mismanaged type 1 diabetes meant his retina's detached, and in the space of 8 months, Dan went blind.
It's felt completely crap since I lost my sight, because I used to work 16 to 18-hour days.
Dan had to stop work as a chef in the army, just as his cooking career was taking off.
To be honest, I'd only just started my career before my eyesight troubles. It's a bit of a pause on the situation that I want, really. I don't like thinking about it, to be honest. I do need your eyes in a minute, though, because I need to do 2 tablespoons of oil.
It's just like he's never going to see a birthday card. He's never going to be able to see his nephews. Christmas. He's going to miss it all because he can't see.
In the first week of the course, Dan struggled to find a role back in the kitchen.
I feel fucking useless. If I was to put a blindfold on every person there, they wouldn't be able to do half the amount of crap I'm trying to do. It's kind of making me want to give up on the chefing career because it's going to be fucking hard every day that I go to work.
But by the end of the week, Dan had impressed Michel so much
Mind your backs, please.
that he was appointed head chef for the trainees' first service.
Did you roll that out yourself?
I did roll that out myself, chef.
Well done.
Despite having broken his arm, Dan still shares the other trainees' dream of getting a job in a professional kitchen.
Fed up with people telling me you can't. I can, and I will.
Will anything stop you, Dan?
Probably a bus or a train.
Today, to show the trainees what's expected in professional restaurants, Michel is stepping aside and wants the group to take charge of a service without his help.
Of course so.
Alex, do you want help?
Yes, please so.
I know this is a massive ask, but I'd like to see them grasp that nettle, assume responsibility. This is practice for real life. And in real life, you have to take responsibility.
I'll do something nice today.
The training college has its own restaurant, which opens its doors 3 days a week to the paying public. Michel wants the group to devise and cook a 3-course dinner from scratch for 30 regular customers.
Come round, come round, come round. I want you guys to do this on your own.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do it. I know you can.
We should.
Everybody should have their responsibility and know exactly what they're doing.
Yes.
Michel thinks he has spotted potential in one of the youngest trainees, 17-year-old Sam, who has Tourette's. He's given him the leading role of head chef for the service.
Sam, the teams, how's it going to work?
Beth is going to start prepping starters. Ben and Dan will start prepping mains. I'll be doing the risotto.
OK, good. And you know how to cook a risotto?
Exactly now. I used to make it all the time at home.
OK. I'm going to leave it to you guys. Get yourselves organised and go for it. Sam, keep it up.
I will.
Keep it up.
I reckon I could be head chef material and eventually owning my own restaurant, which would be absolutely awesome.
Sam lives in York with his parents and younger brother.
Fuck this.
His Tourette's
Potatoes!
means he can have verbal and physical tics that he finds impossible to control.
Peekaboo. Pop goes the weasel. 7. Shit.
What have you got, as if we don't already know?
I got 2 fuck yous.
Sam's always had ambitions to be a top chef. And when he was 15, he bought his most treasured possession.
Well, I think this frying pan is just like my favourite thing. It's maybe not my favourite thing, but I use it like all the time. It's like it's nobody else is allowed to use it apart from me.
He's very good at doing a lovely fish risotto, which was awesome.
Cooking has always been there. Has never really gone away.
No.
Master chef.
Sam's already faced obstacles in his quest for work.
Potato.
One job lasted just a few shifts.
There's a manager where he said it's a habit. You don't have Tourette's. But he said to me that you don't have Tourette's as if you had some sort of doctor qualification, which isn't something you can go up and say to somebody, really. He let me off the next day.
It was a real knock for your first experience of real work to be really fairly obvious about why he was let go.
It just needs somebody to give him a chance and to see what he's capable of. Because he's capable of an awful lot.
Sam remains determined to fulfill his dream in the restaurant industry.
Get a full-time job of doing what I love would be fantastic. Well, it wouldn't be a job, it'd be something that I love doing. It wouldn't be work, it would be pretty much a hobby that I get paid for. So, more or less about that thing, OK?
OK. Craft bollocks.
If you get a bowl, put them in there and sort of mix it around just so they're all coated in like, nice bit of water and do them and so on, and then put it in the fridge.
Fridge, yeah.
Brilliant.
Thank you, Sam.
You're
Thanks.
welcome.
It's great that Sam has really stepped up, giving out orders, taking the responsibility. But it's a big one. It's a big one.
Ben, can you grab Dan a white board, please?
Although he has a broken arm, Michel has entrusted Dan to be Sam's second-in-command for the service.
Really nervous about, well, the first time with paying customers coming in. They pay, and they pay to have an opinion whether the food's good or bad.
Sam and his fellow trainees have chosen a simple menu of cheese for starters, followed by prawn risotto and fruit and macaroons for dessert. In 2 hours' time, the group will have to serve dinner for 30 paying customers.
Dan's got an erection. Sorry.
Michel needs his trainees to stand on their own 2 feet, but progress is slow.
But yeah, this was sort of all he needs to go in the next 10 minutes at the very most, I'm guessing.
10 minutes? I want them done in the next one.
Well, yeah, okay, right, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Look, good, okay, right.
Sam's stressed. Sorry.
Sam seems pretty stretched, to be honest. Having to think about everyone as well as yourself in the kitchen is quite hard to do, I think.
While Sam is struggling, his second-in-command, Dan, is soldiering on.
It's absolutely great to see Dan. He's cut those grapes perfectly. That's without vision and without one arm. You know, it's awesome.
Dan, how much you got left to do?
Probably about 20 grapes left to slice in half.
Along with overseeing the rest of the kitchen, Sam's also put himself in charge of the main course, the prawn risotto.
I want to make this the best service we can actually give. We want them to remember us in a good way, not in a bad way.
But it's hard for Sam to concentrate on the cooking when the front-of-house team are also placing demands on him.
Sam, can I borrow you, please?
Sure,
We've got a crisis.
OK, I'll come have a look in a second.
Thank you very much.
It's a bit of stress I don't need, really. How are we doing?
I'm trying to put this tablecloth up properly, and this is a bit wonky. How am I supposed to put it right?
Make sure you line the plate, so like if you put like a mat or like knives and forks, there, not there.
Sam, why is this not coming out? This thing, how does this come out?
That is, that's not supposed to come out. I'm trying to get everybody on the go, if that makes sense. Trying to get them sort of go in the right direction to the point where we need to be.
Sam, one more thing. We got a stain on the table.
Matt, if I didn't have to sort them out in the first place, try and get them up to speed, and still trying to get them up to speed, we'd be done in here already.
The paying customers are arriving in just 20 minutes, and head chef Sam is now running behind.
Come on, guys, come on. Come on. Rally your troops a bit more, like a professional kitchen.
Beth, what are you doing at the moment? Can you tell me?
I'm putting clean film on.
OK.
In the big wide world out there, time is money. It's brutal.
We need starters now. We need starters quickly, though, so I think...
Service hasn't even started yet, but Michel is already worried that he might have to step in.
I want them to succeed. I want them to nail it. They're that far from it. They really are. They're very, very close.
Talk to me.
But the nearer the time gets to 7 o'clock, the more I think it's slipping through their fingers.
Is everything ready? We need to stick outside. Yeah, we'll do a outside. Hey?